This live, I have much better lighting than the last one. I'm going to wait a second for people to hop in. Today, I'm doing my nails on live while talking about sobriety. Because it's difficult for me to go live and not be doing something with my hands. So I'll be doing my nails. Hi, Jane Thing. How are you? I'm going to wait a sec for people to find the live before I start chatting. But definitely say hello if you're in the chat. Good morning, everybody. Yes, you did spell my name right. Ozzy, how are you? My thumb is still not fully healed. Thank you for asking. I'm doing my nails on this live because it's difficult for me to go live and not do something with my hands. Today's live topic is about sobriety and quitting drinking. I'm just going to talk about my little journey here with sobriety during today's live. And to answer your question about my thumb, it is not totally healed yet. If y'all didn't know, I slammed the shit out of my thumb about 5 months ago in my van door and I lost my thumbnail. And it's been growing back ever since. It looks gnarly, but it's almost there. I'll show you guys. Okay, disregard the weird coloration. I just took my nail polish off, but that's what it's looking like now. Not that bad. It's almost grown back. I'm so happy about that. But yeah, looks like people have found the live. So today's topic is going to be sobriety. I'm just going to talk about my decision to quit drinking. I don't know if it's going to be an eternal forever in my whole life quitting drinking thing, but before I get onto the topic for real, I'm going to read some of your guys' comments. Good morning, everyone. Word up from Houston. Hello, good morning. Hi, Portland Art Studio. Yeah, Dad's in the chat. My brother and I have quit drinking at least for this year because he's deployed right now in Kuwait and alcohol's illegal there. And then I'm not deployed. I'm out here still in the States, but I'm choosing to stop drinking for a while. Hi, Andy. Hello, Angela. Jane Thing said, y'all will keep my company. I'm here, but also on Divine and knocking out work on my main device. Sarah Pearson, I'm a recovery leader at my church. Awesome. Oh my God, Ozzy, your left big toenail, same thing, 7 months, still not the same. Holy crap. Grez Asmar, OMG girl, hi, I saw the title and got so excited. I also quit drinking in January this year and it's been the most amazing thing. It keeps getting easier too. Awesome. So yeah, I just turned 30 on September 8th and I've been drinking all through my 20s. I was a big party girl in my early 20s in San Francisco, and pretty much most of my social circles revolved around partying and drinking, which I think is kind of normal in college and like early 20s and all that. But by the time I turned like 25, alcohol started to really affect me differently than it ever had been before. And I think, I've never been tested, but I'm pretty sure I developed an allergy to alcohol because I started basically since I was 25 until now. Anytime I would drink, whether it didn't matter the type of alcohol, if it was wine or liquor, beer, anything, almost every time I drank, I would throw up more than normal. Like I'd puke a lot. And it was just bad. So hold on. Pretty sure I developed some kind of an allergy to it. And then also I just felt horrible. Like obviously the hangovers were getting really bad. So, I don't think I necessarily have a problem with alcohol. Like, I don't believe I'm an alcoholic or anything like that. I think I was just a big party girl. But, I will say, I feel like, you know, I've done stints of time where I've been sober, where, I've done like a month sober or something like that. But I decided, I just turned 30. Why not take an entire year off and just challenge myself to that? And shockingly, it's been way more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. Just socially, like I'm a big social drinker. So it's definitely been harder than I thought it was going to be. But basically, yeah, right now I'm challenging myself to a year off drinking. Also, I hope that this is working. Let me know if this is working, because the chat has stopped on my end, which sometimes that happens. So let me know if this is still working. Anyway, I'm going to take a year off drinking, and I don't know if I'll ever go back, to be honest. I might, but it's a bit spooky. The thought of going back to drinking is a bit spooky, especially after a whole year. But yeah, let me know if this is still working, you guys. I am kind of in the middle of nowhere in some random town. I'm on the road right now. And I stopped somewhere that had a decent cell signal. Please let me know if you can still hear me, still see me, if this is working. So yeah, today I wanted to talk about it. It's been kind of difficult not drinking, not because I'm like craving alcohol. That's not the case. It's just more so like right now, for example, pumpkin beer is out because it's like October and Oktoberfest stuff is going on, just so much, and you know, holiday drinks, all that fun stuff, and I am missing out. So okay, cool, you can still hear and see. Awesome. So yeah, if anyone, I don't know if this is like an interesting topic for people, but figured let's just chat about it, see what you guys are saying. Ozzy said, a lot of reactions to alcohol are the preservatives in it. I drank my home beer and it made a massive difference. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I feel like if I ever go back to drinking after the year off, I'm going to try and prioritize drinking organic stuff or like higher quality stuff. I don't know how I can possibly make my own while in a van, maybe at a friend's house or something. Burning Man will be my ultimate test, absolutely. I am hoping to go to Burning Man this year, which is exciting. Or not this year, but like next year. The next burn. And that will definitely be an ultimate test. Also, I'm going to Vegas soon for a friend's birthday. I think, to be honest, that will be the ultimate test. Not even Burning Man, but like a Vegas birthday party. 100% is going to be my ultimate test. Today I'm going to do orange and green nails. Simple Box asked, was there one event that made the choice click with you? Kind of. Actually, last Thanksgiving, which was kind of a long time ago, obviously like a year ago, I had a horrific hangover. So last Thanksgiving, I drank essentially a bottle of wine throughout the whole day because we were cooking all day and just hanging out. And throughout the whole day, I was drinking wine. And by the end of the night, like the day wasn't over. So it's like 7 p.m. and I already started feeling hungover and I was throwing up. And that hangover lasted that night. So I went to bed feeling hungover already. The whole next day I was hungover, and the entire next day. So it was like a 48 plus hour hangover. It was horrific. It was horrible. And that was kind of the day where I was like, I think this needs to stop. Like, this is not worth it. This is so insane. Like, my body is screaming at me to please stop this shit. I didn't immediately stop, obviously, because that was last November. But I never forgot about that experience. And I had similar experiences after that, drinking, and I was just like, this is not cute. This is not it. So that was like the turning point for me, was last Thanksgiving. Man, I will say it's really difficult painting my thumbnail that's still growing in. Very difficult. Yeah, really bad. Hello, Wanda. But yeah, if you guys have any tips for me on what the hell to do, I follow this one creator that's sober, and they talked about how when they go to a bar, they bring gummy worms, and they said that when they are at the bar, they ask for just an empty like martini glass, and they pour some of the gummy worms into the empty martini glass and just eat the gummy worms out of the glass. And I thought that was so cute, and like people, like it's like a conversation starter too. So I thought that was kind of a cute idea that I might start doing at bars. But yeah. Also, when it comes to traveling with alcohol, that can be, you know, a little sus, because like my van is my home, but I have open containers in here. Obviously it's in the back, like I can't reach it. I'm not drinking and driving, stuff like that, but it's still kind of sus because technically I have open containers, like a bottle of wine, you know, in the van. So that can be a little sus, because technically I'm not an RV, I'm a van, you know? So anyway. Ozzy said, when you get back to having a few, for every glass with alcohol, have one without. Every other drink is better than every drink. Ooh, yeah, that's a good tip. That's definitely a good tip. I think if I go back, I'll have to do that. I don't even know what I would drink initially, like what my first drink would be after going back. And for everyone who's hopping into the live now, say hello. How are ya? Where is everyone watching from, please? Let me know. Today I'm talking about drinking and sobriety while I paint my nails. I know you guys can't see me painting my nails. Sorry about that. I will show you every now and then what my nails are looking like. But yeah, right now I'm on the road. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in a really small town. I actually had to drive like, I don't know, maybe 25 minutes away from where I was camping to this spot specifically to go live, because where I've been camping had one bar of cell signal, and I knew going live wouldn't work. So yeah, we out here, that's for sure. Andy said, I hate being under the influence. I hate not having control over my body. Yeah, I feel that. I know what you mean. What's kind of funny is I kind of like that feeling, which is like, oh, is that a red flag? I don't know. I definitely kind of enjoy the feeling of being a little out of control, which is like, is that bad? Probably. Plus, I think like one of the biggest challenge right now for me with not drinking is the decompression part of it. Like I, you know, kind of work a lot, and things can be stressful sometimes with life and work or whatever, or family stuff, whatever. And having a glass of wine at night really helps me decompress and like relax after a crazy day. So that's been a really big challenge for me. Dad said, I don't think an open bottle of wine in the back of the van would get you in trouble if you were pulled over and were not intoxicated. Yeah, probably not, but who knows? I've had people say it's a problem. I've had people say I don't know, so I'm not sure. Catalina said, hello, watching from Arizona. Finally caught you live. Hello, that's awesome. Simple Box said, I stopped drinking earlier this year, not sure if it's forever. I found the most pressure comes from others feeling uneasy that they're drinking and you're not, LOL. I was never much of a drinker though. It just ruined my sleep as I got older. Yeah. that sucks that you would feel like pressured from others, but I kind of know what you mean. Kind of similar to how when I'm live, I want to be doing something with my hands, like painting my nails, for example. When I'm with people or in a social setting, I want a drink in my hand. So I've just been like carrying my water bottle with me, or I get a kombucha, or I've been dabbling in NA beer. There's actually in the Bay Area an NA beer brand I really like called Best Day Brewing. They're based in Sausalito. I really like them. And I really dig an NA Corona. Unfortunately, NA beer is expensive. It's more expensive than normal beer, which is bullshit if you ask me. So I've been dabbling in NA beer. I feel like it's a waste of money though, because it doesn't even get you buzzed and it's just like empty calories. So I'm still figuring out what to do in those situations, but like any kind of drink helps me just like, I don't know, feel a little less awkward in a social setting. Jane Thing said, have you ever done breath work? Yeah, I have. I need to dabble in that a little bit more. The other day I was with a friend who had a singing bowl, and I was like doing the singing bowl, and just like for a moment, I wasn't even doing it that long. And for a moment I was just like, wow, this feels so good. And I feel like I want to get a singing bowl and start practicing breath work with the singing bowl. I feel like that would really help me decompress. So yeah. Jane Thing said, when I'm super tense and feel myself wanting to drink or let loose, breathing really helps. And obviously not just survival breathing, but breathing techniques. OMG, life changer. Highly recommend. Okay, cool. I'm going to have to try some of that. Ozzy said, I took a year off drinking due to a blood clot, went on meds, and since then I found I want it a lot less. Hopefully that happens after your stint. Okay, yeah. I know, I'm kind of curious because I'm only, what is today? I'm like a little over 1 month sober basically, because I went, my last day having a drink was September 8th and I stopped drinking as of September 9. So today's what, the 15th or something of October. So I am curious to see as the year goes on how I feel about drinking, or like how I feel physically, since it's gonna be like months and months, and like 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, and then a year of not drinking, how I'll feel. Hi from Arkansas, love your lives. Oh, hi Arkansas. My mom and I were just talking about Arkansas because we have some family in Arkansas and we really want to go out there together. We were just talking about it. Mocktails, a little ceremony at the end of the night. Look up adrenal cocktails. Okay, nice. I do love a good mocktail. Like I was saying, I've been kind of dabbling in NA beer. Yes, singing bowls. It helps you unwind so nicely. Absolutely. I really need a singing bowl. I think I'm going to start looking for one as I travel. I like to order a soda with lime at the bars because it's nice to hold something and it makes me feel less awkward. Sometimes they don't even charge for it. Yeah, I know. I agree. Sometimes I'll just get a soda as well, like at the bar, or just like, yeah, just like a soda or something. A lot of bars, at least in the Bay Area, have NA beer at the bar. That's becoming more popular, which is nice. So I'll get that, but also, yeah, soda. Sometimes they don't charge too, I know, like you were saying, so that's really nice. The Bearded Angler, hello, here in hot South Florida. Hello. Wandermore said, I drink about twice a year and I don't miss a thing. Hell yeah. See, that's the vibe. So I painted my nails green, and I think I'm gonna do dots of orange over it. And thanks to you lovely people, someone bought this for me through my Amazon wish list. I forgot who, I got it a while ago, but it's like a pen with multiple options on it, kind of like those like multicolor pens you used to have as a kid. And it has like a dotted end that you can use for dotting on nails. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing with the orange. Andrea said, I used to have a set of metal singing bowls, van life friendly. If I find them in my storage, you can have them. Oh, please. Please. I really just want one little cutesy bowl with the mallet or whatever the hell. Is it called a mallet? I don't even know. I feel like it's not called a mallet. Angela Pond said, hi, Asia, from the high desert in California. I'm 47 and at around my 30s, my body completely started rejecting alcohol. Never really enjoyed it anyway, though. I'm a pothead through and through. That literally sounds like me. That's like basically what's happening with me. Dang, we're living the same life, it seems. It is a cool pen, huh? I love this thing. See, oops, I messed up. I messed it up. I was about to show you what I did, but I already messed it up. Hold on. I do love this pen. Also, right now I'm parked outside of a random coffee shop in some small town. And I did patronize the business. I'm not using their Wi-Fi, but I did patronize the business earlier, but I've been here for hours, so I'm really hoping they don't decide right now while I'm live to come out and tell me I gotta go. I doubt they will, but like just saying, if I suddenly end the live, then that's why. All right, let me finish these dots and then I'll continue reading your guys' comments. It's funny, every single live that I have a topic, I'm like, oh, what should I, like, I feel like when I have a topic, I never think I can talk about it for an hour. And then I end up talking about it for an hour, which is impressive. But yeah, if you guys, I mean, I don't know like how long I can talk about sobriety and quitting drinking for a year, but we can try. Otherwise, I'm down to just chat about anything. You know, we are live. We're all just hanging out here. Yeah, let me show you guys my nails. So I put little dots of orange, nothing crazy. So I'll let that dry and then put a top coat on. Also, one of you guys also so kindly bought me a UV light for drying like the nails, the UV light. So it's more so for like the charms or whatever. But I feel like it could work for normal just polish as well. Chantel, I missed the first 20 minutes, LOL. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome. How's the sweater coming along? It's going so well. It's done. I just need to sew like all the panels together and I'm really excited to show you guys. I feel like I'll be able to show you guys actually in the next live, or I'll just make a post about it. I hope to finish it today or tomorrow actually. Craig Browning said, I never used drugs or alcohol or I never used drugs or alcohol, even being around musicians with said issues, but have always self-medicated through food. And a recovered druggie I met who put on weight said you can't quit eating. Yeah, food addiction is super hard. Like, how do you do that? How do you manage that? Because you have to eat to survive, right? That's so difficult. Man, yeah, that's super hard. So for everyone who's watching right now, please give this live a thumbs up. It'll help boost it in the algorithm. And definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hello, California Glow. How are you? Yeah, and if you're brand new and don't know who I am, I live and travel full-time in my cute little old 1990 Chevy Astro van. I'm on the road right now in some random tiny town. And today we're talking about sobriety while I do my nails and try not to mess it up. But for everyone who missed like the beginning of this live, I'll just kind of recap. So I've been drinking basically my entire 20s. and I just turned 30 in September, and I decided to challenge myself to 1 year sober starting the day after my birthday. So September 8th was the last day I had a drink, and so I'm a little over 1 month sober from alcohol, and it's been interesting for sure. I'm challenging myself to 1 year sober, but we'll see if I ever drink again. I don't really know, because I'm feeling pretty good so far not drinking. So yeah, that's just what I figured, you know, it's been a big thing on my mind, a big change in my life over the past year, or over the past month. So I figured it'd be kind of a decent topic to talk about, because it has been more challenging than I thought. I definitely don't think I'm like addicted to alcohol or anything like that, but I'm super social, and especially in the van life community, drinking is just like huge. Like when you meet up with anyone on the road, like everyone is drinking. You go to any meetup, everyone is drinking. It's just like a part of the culture, but also that's kind of the part of the culture that is in any and every like facet of life. I feel like you go to an art show, there's drinking. A birthday party, there's drinking. It's a holiday, you drink. I mean, there's dinner, you drink. Like every single thing, especially in American culture, involves drinking. So it's just a challenge. The bearded angler said, anything new with your knitting? Not going to lie, you have me wanting to learn, LOL. Thank you. You should definitely learn. There's nothing new with my knitting. I finished. Okay, so I pretty much am done with my new sweater that I was knitting on my last live last week. Basically, the way I make sweaters is I knit panels and then sew them together, because I kind of like that look. And so all of the panels are knit. I just need to sew them together, which is really exciting. And I think I'll do that today or tomorrow. And then I'll make a post showing the sweater on YouTube probably this week, or in my next live. I'll just show it for you guys, because I want to start a new project already. You know me, I'm always knitting. What country is this? Guess. Yeah, 27 minutes in. I don't even know what else to say about sobriety. What do you guys think? I don't know. Ask me anything. Talk about sobriety, maybe not. Ask me anything. I travel in my van. Right now I'm in the middle of nowhere in some weird town. It's not a weird town, but like, I don't know where I am. I've never been here in my life. Andrea said, the way alcohol is engraved into culture and being drunk normalized is crazy. I grew up in a country where beer was cheaper than water in bars, and I was labeled crazy for not drinking. Yeah, that it's true. It's totally engraved into our culture. Being drunk, having been normalized is crazy. I totally agree. It's crazy. And it's like weird how, I mean, it's not weird, but maybe it should be weird that like drinking has been so normalized across the American culture and obviously like around the world as well. It shouldn't be normalized. It's definitely a problem. Also, it's some bullshit that NA beer is more expensive than normal beer. What's that all about? How's the weather? Weather's good. Last night was very cold. It got down to 40 degrees last night. Monterey Magnet Man, I like your handle, said, I quit drinking 4 years ago and I'm so glad I did. There's literally zero upside to alcohol. You're right. There is zero upside to alcohol. That's very true. Speaking of drinking, I'm going to take a sip of water. I remember once in one of my lives I was drinking, because this is like my one water bottle. I remember once I was drinking out of my water bottle on a live, and someone was like, what's in the bottle, ma'am? I know you're getting tipsy over there. I thought that was kind of funny, because it's literally water. Chantel said, I drink Coca-Cola all day, every day. It's my drug. I can't wake up without it. Isn't that funny? Also, okay, something I've been thinking about a lot lately is vices. I feel like so many people have a vice that helps them get through their day. Like, it could be as simple as social media, just picking up the phone and zoning out and scrolling through social media, or having a cigarette, or smoking weed at the end of the day, or whatever. Like, everyone, or drinking, like I feel like everyone has a vice, especially these days with how stressful life is politically, just personally, how expensive everything is. It's just so stressful trying to manage sometimes, and I feel like most people have a vice. It's just something that's been on my mind lately. I don't know. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on that. If you think most people have vices, even if it's as little as like, and it could be like a healthy vice, like going for a run. I don't know, but yeah. Grez Asmar said, in the government, taxing people's addictions always makes me feel uncomfy. Yeah, no kidding. The government will take money. If they can take a dime, they will. That's true, Andy. All the money I'm going to save. I need to stop buying NA beer because I feel like I'm not saving money yet because I'm just buying NA beer. Montezi, Raiden, TZ's Table said, I'm in my late 30s. I stopped drinking in my late 20s. Best decision I ever made, and you can avoid a lot of health issues in the future. Totally. I'm seriously considering not going back to drinking after a year off. We'll see. 100% we're all viced out. No kidding. Eating when bored is my vice. Working hard to get a handle on that. Oh, yeah, eating is a big one. Definitely. YouTube is my new vice. Totally. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone has a vice. It's crazy. It's so, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, why do we all life is just so freaking stressful. So stressful. 30 minutes in. Okay. Everyone who's watching, I have 50 people watching. That's freaking awesome. If everyone could like this live, that would be helpful. I know you've already liked it. I know I already asked, but I do appreciate the likes. It really helps. So thank y'all so much. My vice is chips and salsa. Hell yeah. I love chips and salsa. I love chips and salsa, or chips and guac. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I definitely think that drinking was a bit of my vice, like my way to decompress after a day. So I'm trying to figure out what my new thing's gonna be, or if I'm just gonna like do nothing and suffer all year. I'm kidding, that's extreme. I don't know though. McDonald's Diet Coke. I have heard McDonald's Coke apparently is like better than normal Coke that you just buy at the store. Let me know if you've also heard that. I don't drink soda often because it's just way too sweet for me. I love a good Olipop. I really like Olipop and Poppy. I really like those. I think they're like probiotic sodas. Those taste really good to me, especially over ice. Sometimes I'll go into a McDonald's or like a Taco Bell with my empty water bottle. I won't order anything. I'll just go in, fill my bottle with ice, come out, and I break out my Poppy or my Olipop, and I pour the Olipop or Poppy into my water bottle and drink that. Oh, so good. It's like way better over ice. I didn't mean to hit the high button. I was wondering about that. I don't even know what hitting the high button means. I don't even know what that is. Also, I finished my nails. Now I don't know what to do. Maybe I could do more dots or something. Y'all should keep on commenting. Ask me anything so that I don't feel weird doing nothing with my hands. Don't ban me. Yes, life is stressful, but take it slow. Don't rush your life. Only enjoy yourself and your surroundings. Yeah, man. Trying my best. Definitely camping and being out on the road and living slow helps me a lot. Absolutely. Sarah Pearson said, my vices are a large McDonald's sugar-free vanilla iced coffee in the morning and a Dr. Pepper Blackberry full sugar can of pop in the afternoon, water in between, and the rest of the day. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That sounds good, to be honest. David Valdez, just jumping in to say hi as well. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you. Simple Box said I replaced alcohol with tea, which unfortunately means I am leaning into my English stereotype. I mean, tea is great. Portland Art Studio asked, have you tried the Italian blood orange soda from Trader Joe's? No, I don't think so. I should try that. Sounds amazing, so I should try that. Chantel, you're funny. Gray's Asmar said, do you get some time off work for a little bit? Kind of, yeah. I mean, I'm technically working all the time because of YouTube, but yeah. My husband's vice is a large McDonald's Coke, full sugar. Man, people love these McDonald's Cokes. Ozzy asked, what's the furthest you've traveled with spec? I've done the whole West Coast. So like Washington, Oregon, California, all the way from the tippy top to the tippy bottom, I guess. So that's like the furthest I've really done. I've done Nevada and Arizona, stuff like that. Really West Coast based. So I haven't gone like that far, but I guess if you think that's a lot, then yes, I guess I've gone far. Thank you, Rebecca, for the floating heart. I don't know what that means, though. I appreciate the floating heart, though. Thank you. Man, there's a lot of commotion around the van right now. Okay. Let's see. Do you like to sew? I bought a Jackery to sew everywhere. Hell yeah. I hand sew personally, just because I don't have room for a sewing machine, although I would love a sewing machine. I highly doubt I'll ever upgrade spec. Like, I highly doubt I'll get rid of spec and get something bigger, but if I ever do, then that's the day I would get a sewing machine. But I'm kind of into hand sewing, so yeah, I sew a lot. Kombucha will take the edge off, totally. Let's talk about savings for emergencies, breakdowns, like how much and how often do you save for that? I mean, I save as much as I possibly can. I don't make a lot of money. AAA has saved my ass a million times. I think AAA is a great security savings thing to have while on the road in the United States. I'm not sure if AAA is available in anywhere else like Mexico, Canada, I'm not sure. But AAA, I hardly have a savings, unfortunately. So I'm pretty broke out here, but that's okay. I'm doing my best and I save as much as I can. I try and take the best care of the van as possible so that there aren't any breakdowns or surprises. So that's kind of all I can really say about that, to be honest. I will say though, I have like breakdown. I was gonna say I've done a breakdown live. So if you go on my channel and look at my live streams that have been posted, I did a whole live stream about breakdowns. So if you want to watch that, that would probably be helpful to get like more in-depth conversation about it. Bearded Angler said, if you didn't have your job in SF, where do you think you'd be right now? I mean, right now I'm not in SF. I'm on the road. So definitely where I am at this very moment. But I mean, if I didn't have to keep swinging back to San Francisco, I'd already be traveling around the U.S. further east than I normally go. Like I'd probably be in New Mexico, Texas. I'd probably be, I don't know. Yeah, somewhere over there, maybe Utah, stuff like that. I'd probably be like around Utah right now, to be honest. But right now, I'm not going to say where I am, obviously, but I'm not like extremely far from San Francisco because, as you guys know, I have to go back to San Francisco for work often, so I don't get to go too freaking far. But yeah, I'd probably be doing something like that. My vice is Burger King. Hell yeah. Hello from Colorado. I love your videos and your vibe. Thank you, Carmen. You're so sweet. Like Baran said, and breakfast sandwiches from Dunkin' Donuts. I've never had the breakfast sandwiches from Dunkin' Donuts. I hate McDonald's Coke. All right. Not everyone likes the McDonald's Coke. That is good to know. Chasing the Sun 990 said, I am obsessed with Poppy and Olipop. What's your favorite flavor? I love cherry limeade, Poppy, and root beer Olipop. Hell yeah. So as far as Olipop goes, I really like their ginger beer and their classic Coke. I really like those. Recently I had their cherry vanilla Coke or something like that, and it was okay. It was a little sweet. What else have I had? I think those two are like my favorites. I think Poppy has a like cherry thing that I like as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but the ginger beer by Olipop is my favorite. Like if they ever have the ginger one, I get that. Maybe it's not ginger beer, it's like ginger something. Oh my gosh, hi Rebecca. Wondermore said, where in Arkansas were you thinking of visiting? Oh, I don't really know exactly. I haven't been to Arkansas in forever. Like I've never driven there. I have family there, like I said. So growing up, we would fly down there as a family in the summer sometimes, like during summer break. And I have family, I believe it's in northern Arkansas. But when I go down there in the van, I plan on going all over Arkansas and Texas and stuff like that, and Tennessee. Will you try to conquer the East Coast? 100%. I plan on doing the whole East Coast with the van. You have sewing experience, but have you ever tried beadwork? I've never tried beadwork, but I would love to start incorporating that into my knit projects. SF isn't bad. I'm from here. What the That's funny. Yeah, SF isn't bad. I love San Francisco. My vice is ice cream. Nice. Hi, Asia. Hi, Muggleborn0. David Valdez said, used to work at McDonald's. At this point, I really only enjoy the fresh fries, the double cheeseburger, the iced coffee, and the ice creams. I mean, yeah. McDonald's ice cream kind of hits sometimes. I was just telling my mom the other day how sometimes when it's hot on the road or I've just been driving for a while, I'll stop at a McDonald's drive-thru or a Burger King drive-thru just to get their ice cream. I tend to do Burger King because the freaking ice cream machine is broken so much at McDonald's, so I tend to go through Burger King for that reason. If I recall correctly, Tennessee just made vehicle dwelling a felony. Wow. Well, that sucks. I'll definitely still try. Oh yes, Halo healthy ice cream helps. Halo healthy ice cream. I think I've had that. I got these like organic ice cream bars like a few months ago from the store when I was hanging out with a friend, and they had a freezer, and that was pretty good. Wow, that's crazy though. Yeah, about the felony thing. Chasing Sun said, come hang out with me on the beach in Corpus Christi, Texas. It's van life paradise, free beachfront parking for up to 14 days. Then you just have to move down the beach for another spot. Dude, that sounds great. I'm going to definitely try that then. I'll keep that in mind. I'll let you guys know when I'm heading south. I don't know if it'll be anytime super soon, but probably next year at least. Tennessee is bugging, yeah. What about people just passing through Tennessee? I sleep in my car coming back from Mexico. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard about that felony thing. That's crazy. I would not be surprised if that starts being a thing all over, unfortunately. I'm sure you can still stealth camp in Tennessee. Some places there's still truck stops or Walmarts, Waffle House. Yeah. I mean, I feel like definitely, but dang. Well, that just put Corpus Christi on my list. Yeah. I'm still doing my comic book. I'm still wondering if I can put you in spec in one of my comic book series. Oh, yeah. I need to reply to you about that. I got your email. I still need to reply. I'm so sorry. I will definitely do that. Tennessee is a crazy, scary state. I've been to Memphis and I was scared for my life. Damn. Seriously, what would you do if that ban on vehicle dwelling goes national? I don't know. I'd probably keep living my life and camping and just going out just going into nature more. I don't really know what I would do, to be honest. I would not be surprised though if it goes national, unfortunately. Memphis is as safe as it's ever been right now with the National Guard. I don't know what you're talking about. Mostly any overnight stops in Tennessee have to be paid for. Oh yeah, being a camp host is a really good idea. I've definitely considered doing that. Only thing is you're stuck there for like a few months minimum. And I feel like if I really needed the money, I would do it, but I don't like the idea of being stuck somewhere for so long. Like I get real antsy when I'm stuck in San Francisco for more than like a month. Possibly that's just because I've been in San Francisco for almost 10 years, but I don't know. I just get really, really antsy to like get up and go. David Valdez said, what would be a festival or event you'd love to attend when you go full-time content? There are some festivals that I would like to attend. And I've even thought like if I could really get my shit together with the knit goods, going to festivals and selling there would be really cool. Or like meetups and stuff. I have a list on my phone. Like I think last month I was looking at festivals and making a list of ones. I can't remember. I think Lightning in a Bottle is one, but there were a lot and I can't think of them off the top of my head. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll do a live where we talk about festivals. You guys could give me hella recommendations. Yes, I'm trying to make my videos longer. Absolutely. Craig Browning said there's a meeting at 11 a.m. today on Zoom about vehicle dwelling. Where is that meeting? Where is that meeting going to be? Because I would like to attend that meeting. June Bug Boogie in Tennessee next summer. What? That sounds fun. Huh. I don't know what that is, but that sounds fun. June Bug Buggy. There's also one that I think would be fun to attend. I think it's before Schoolie-Palooza, and it's called Buses Under the Bridge, and it like features old school like folksy buses, and you can go and camp. Like if you don't have a bus like me, like a van, you can just go and camp like nearby. I've always thought that would be cool to check out as well. Okay, $50 free camping and hot showers for the weekend or longer. Nice. Yeah, I will look it up. Oh, link above. You sent the link. I don't see the link. NVRC. Okay. Cool. Wow, I'm 48 minutes down. Can you believe it? I am 5'6". So I got 10 minutes left on this live. So far I haven't been kicked out of this spot that I'm at right now. Thank God. You never know when you go live. But yeah, if you guys have any burning last minute questions for me, let me know. Any kind of sobriety tips would be great. Because I'm really trying to do this whole year without drinking. I'm going to Las Vegas kind of soon for a birthday party, that's gonna be so hard without drinking, I feel like. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that, to be honest, but we'll see. I don't know. That'll be hard. So yeah, any tips would be appreciated. Also, I am making a running list on topic, like live topics. So if you want to quickly comment any kind of live topics you would like me to do in the future, let me know so I can add it to my list. Favorite kind of music to listen to while driving? I do have, so on Spotify, I make a Spotify playlist per year. So every single year I have its own playlist. So any songs I find throughout a year, I add to that year's playlist. And in my link tree on my Instagram, you can check it out. It is a public playlist, so you can see what I've been listening to this year so far. Thank you, All Things Farm. Bubbly water will save you. Totally. Emailed it to you. Okay, sounds good. You could find a sobriety sponsor person to call. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I could. Definitely. If it gets like really tough, I will. I think more so it's just like not FOMO necessarily, but I'm just so used to like when I'm with people or partying or being social, I'm just so used to having a drink in my hand because everyone else does. I think that's like the biggest challenge. It's not necessarily that I miss drinking, although I guess I kind of like feeling buzzed. I'm still figuring it out, to be honest. When I think about a hangover, it makes me okay with not drinking. Yeah, no kidding. The hangovers are the thing that's keeping me sober. Thinking about the brutal hangovers, like earlier in the live, I don't know if y'all were here, but I talked about how I had a 48+ hour hangover last Thanksgiving. It was hell on earth. So I just think about that and then I'm like, oh, I don't need to drink. Yeah, subtle social pressure is really a thing. Absolutely. 24 here, never really liked drinking alcohol. Proud of that. That's awesome. That's definitely not me. I'm a big wino. I love, I don't know. I recently, over the last year-ish, really got into drinking beer. I found some beers I really liked. Oh my God, Rebecca. Thank you so much. Couple dollars for coffee. Dang. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm actually, I think I said it earlier, I'm parked in front of a coffee shop. And I already got a coffee to patronize the business since I'm parked here. And I was considering getting another one after the live. And now I can. So thank you so much. It's so kind of you. It is good to be sober. 4 years sober. Congrats. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oof, my hair is crazy. Oh my gosh. Chasing the Sun, thank you for the donation. Grab a coffee on me. Also, I sent you an email about the packages I sent. Just want to make sure you got it, because if not, I'll make the company resend it. Okay, sweet. I won't be in a position to check my P.O. box for another couple weeks, I think. But yes, as soon as I get it, I will let you know. Thank you so much for sending something and for the donation. That's really kind of you. Grab a vape in the legal states. I am not into vaping. I will say that. I love it when people tell me I look terrible. That's awesome. I think it's really funny. Graz Asmar said, and the soda water is what I do. LOL. Wish you all the best, girl. Your friends want you around because they enjoy your company. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you. Yes. Chocolate, mushrooms, smoking, all that. Yes. There are vices you can do other than just drinking. Absolutely. Totally. 53 minutes into the live. What the heck? Simple Box. Spinx's ass. Thank you for the donation for expensive ass non-alcoholic drinks. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much. That's super kind of you. It is crazy how expensive NA drinks are. It's really ridiculous in my opinion. Like, make NA drinks cheaper. Also, I think it's funny they require ID for NA. Like, why? Vaping is whack. I prefer a plant-based alternative. Yep. You're cute as a button. Thank you. Everyone's asking me about smoking. How is your crafting going? I love beer. Nothing hard. You know what? Crafting is my new vice. I love crafting. I love knitting. Oh, yeah. So, Rebecca, about sending some of the items on my wish list. I need to go through and figure that out because I've heard that from a few people. So, yeah. I don't know why. I guess some items on my wish list, they don't want to send to California because of California laws. I don't really know what that means. So, I'll have to go through and check it out. I'll do that after this live. Thank you for letting me know. The NA process costs extra after making the beer, so it costs more. Oh. Interesting. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense. Yes, I went to university. Yes, yes, yes. I dropped out. I did not graduate college. And that's okay. Ugh. I kind of like my nails. I'm definitely excited for this thumb to totally grow out and be done with its chaos. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Can you chug a fifth of Smirnoff? That just about makes me want to puke reading it. The nail polish. Oh, okay. The nail polish and the yarn cannot be sent? Okay. Thank you. That's actually good to know. I will take a look. Thank you for letting me know specifically what it is. College is a debt mine anyway. That's true. What job do you have currently? I have a job in San Francisco. It's an in-person job, but it's not necessarily part-time, but it's weird hours. So that allows me to travel. So when I'm not working in San Francisco, I'm on the road and I'm filming for YouTube. So I do YouTube and an in-person job in San Francisco. The Amazon wishlist didn't work for me in Canada. Oh, dang. Oh, that sucks. But it's okay. You guys don't feel pressured to buy me anything on Amazon, please. Have a great day, Asia. I have to head to a meeting. Okay, bye, Portland Art Studio. Are you aware of the YouTube knitting cult lady? No, I should look into that. Knitting cult lady. I bet I'd like her. I should definitely look into that. Yeah, I should definitely look into that. 57 minutes. If you guys have any burning questions, let me know. I'm definitely going to hop off this live soon at the hour mark. So if you have anything left to say, let me know. I did the exact same thing to my finger as you and also lost my fingernail. And also lost my fingernail. Yeah, it's the worst. It's been the freaking worst. Also, as you guys know, I love painting my nails. I try and keep up with it every week. It's like a fun little art project I do every week. And having lost a nail was hell on earth for me because I love doing my nails. So it sucked so much losing one, but it's kind of come back. It just looks terrible. But it's okay. It's growing back. And I'm super careful with my door now because I'm going to lose my mind. If I do that again and slam my fingernail in my door, it's going to be bad. So, no slamming my fingernail indoors. No slamming my fingernail indoors. Because I don't want to lose another fingernail. I really don't. That was horrible. But yeah, I'm going to hop off this live. 58 minutes. I'm just going to hop off, I think. Thank you guys for watching. I feel bad I always feel bad like hopping off the live. Also, of course, right now tons of people are flooding in. Of course that happens. You know what I'm going to do? One of these days, I'm going to do like a 2 or 3 hour live. Just go crazy. I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. But one of these days, I'll just do like a 3 hour live. Maybe I can like try to knit for like 3 hours and see how much knitting I can do in 3 hours or something. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it was a fun live and I hope you all stay safe out there. I'll take a peek at my wish list since you guys are curious about items that won't get sent. But yeah, have a good one and I'll see you on Friday with Friday's video. Bye.